The theme for today is a world post-capitalism, and I'm about to show you what that type of world would look like. I'll be doing that in a painting from start to finish, so let's get this started.
So I start off by just doing my basic sketching again. I kind of get these ideas out of nowhere. It's like the idea already exists out in the open and I just happen to stumble upon them and try to use it for myself. The idea I had for this one was to create a world post-capitalism. So immediately a big creature popped into my head for that. Once I was done with the sketching part, I transferred it onto my canvas, and then I used a fixative spray to seal in my sketches. This way, it doesn't smudge as much when you're painting and working on top of it. Then I just started painting whatever I feel like in the moment. I don't really have a specific strategy or anything like that. It's mostly feelings-based and intuition-based, like with all my work. I just follow what feels right, and if I need to change anything later, I will. With the exception of certain mural work, I don't think I fully plan out my colors before any art piece that I do. I pretty much always come up with the colors on the spot while creating an artwork. It might not be your preferred method, but I recommend you try creating something quote-unquote open-ended, meaning don't create a fully realized concept beforehand. Sketch an idea, and while creating the work itself, go ahead and see what your gut tells you to add and do, and explore what's happening in the moment. You'd be surprised at how well your intuition will be able to create a piece together. So this piece is meant to represent a society in a post-capitalist world. I imagine that as a world built on community, sharing everything together and creating connections with other creatures and beings and exploring dimensions. Food is no longer an issue because we distribute it properly and people can eat whatever they want, whenever they want. Everyone has their own place and gladly helps one another out. Beings create opportunities to eat together, connecting with others in their neighborhoods and exploring the mysteries of the universe. I firmly believe that if we weren't so focused on money, profit, and constant monetary growth, we'd be way more focused on innovation, discovery, spirituality, and the mysteries of life. In this world, there's also a connection with other large creatures and beings, like this toad creature who happens to be a galaxy traveler with a unique ability. He has a special dimensional book. When he opens it and thinks of a galaxy or a specific place in space, he draws it out, and a black hole appears in the book. Anyone can jump through it, and through the back of this creature, a portal to that location emerges, like a rift in space and time. The galaxy spills out of his back, almost distorting the current space and place, showing where the person ends up being and providing a safety line so no traveler gets untethered in space. I've had nightmares about being untethered in space. It feels nice, but it's terrifying. So that's the core idea behind this piece, focusing on what we are capable of when we truly work together and focus on genuine progress. With painting, I always first focus on filling in all the colors. In my style, I usually do the line art at the very end. I love the transformation process. As you can see, I'm almost done now, which means it's finally time for the line art, which is my favorite part. I use Posca markers and Molotow markers for this. I've always used them. I love their consistency, the thickness, the way they look, and it's just super easy to work with. Then I start what I think is the best part of the whole process, the line art. It takes a lot of focus and dedication, but it makes you feel so alive. I tried a different working angle for this video. As you can see, I'm not working on my canvas in the usual way on my easel. I this time have it on a small coffee table in my living room, so I can also watch Breaking Bad again and again and again. I kind of messed up the camera angle though, so everything is sideways. Bear with me though, I learned my lesson. I'll fix it for next time. But honestly, this setup felt way better for doing line art. The way you position yourself while working really matters. Try switching it up every once in a while. Work against the wall, on a chair, on the floor, at a table, on an easel, horizontally, vertically. It really makes a difference. For now, let's just enjoy this little time lapse. Anyway, going back to the theme of the piece, I wanted this creature to show the ability to create portals or dimensions. I did that by making this big galaxy-like form coming out of his back. I also wanted it to feel a bit trippy. To really empathize the idea of human connection and cooperation, I took inspiration from the Voyager golden record that NASA sent out in space, and used that as a real-life example. You see, this record was sent into space with the intention of reaching intelligent life out there. It contains information about humanity, what we look like, our cultures, our behaviors, and our location in the universe. I think that's such a beautiful initiative. It shows what we're capable of when we all work together towards a shared goal, instead of focusing purely on money and profit. I genuinely believe that in a post-capitalist world, we would already be much further in space exploration. Maybe even have made contact by now. Whether that would be a good thing or not, well, that's a whole other discussion. But what do you think? Would contact with other life and creatures be terrifying or something positive? So, in this piece, I also incorporated small elements inspired by the Voyager record. Not super detailed, but enough to hint at it and make it a bit recognizable. And now, I'm finally done with the line art and this art piece. I flip the piece over and add the finishing details. The title, my name, both my legal name and artist name, the date, and my signature. Then I add a hanging system. I use these little shark tooth hangers. Just place one in the center of your painting at the top, and you can hang it pretty much anywhere. Finally, I seal everything with a matte varnish spray. I prefer matte because it protects the piece without adding shine. And yeah, I'm really happy with how this one turned out. What do you guys think? I personally love the colors. The only thing I change is the size. I really wish I had made this at least 3 times bigger. You see, the canvas is 40 by 50 centimeters, and I feel like there's too much happening in this piece for it to be this small. But how do you think I did? Do you like the little reference to the Voyager record? And what would your version of a post-capitalist world look like? I'd also love to hear what you'd want to see from me next. For now, let's enjoy this final montage of the finished painting. I call it One of Many Records.
Okay, well, that's how I created my latest painting, a world post-capitalism. I hope you all enjoyed the process as much as I did. And honestly, it felt really good to just start painting again. I've been going through some personal things again. Very stressful, not fun life things. So I know I've been a bit not active again, but it felt so good to sharing something with you all again and just get back into creating. Thank you for being on this journey with me. I absolutely love seeing the before and after process, seeing it before the line art and then afterwards. It completely transforms it, and I hope you guys enjoyed that part too. Thank you all so much for watching again. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more art content. I got some interesting stuff in the planning for you all. And as always, stay creative.